What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
Stop. Baby, don't stop.
안녕, 로입니다.
That was weird. I'm Keith.
I'm Curtis. You know the vibes. Y'all seen the picture. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know why y'all here. Choreo battles are back. On my left side, we got...
Don't stop. Baby, don't stop. Naughty, Red Velvet, IRENE SEULGI.
You said that shit with no conviction, child.
This is our first boy versus girl
Intergender.
choreo. So this is our first choreo with the guys versus the girls. Ooh, edgy.
Riveting.
Y'all gotta jump in the comments before we even get started and let us know who y'all think won this, especially if y'all seen both of them. We know what Baby Don't Stop is. I think some of us has that very highly regarded as one of the best choreos in K-pop ever. With Naughty, I don't know, but I trust the Redeemers. I'm assuming if y'all put this up against that, they must be coming with some shit.
Yeah.
Boy, they just want to see somebody get stomped out.
We're gonna find out.
sadistic.
It could be the other way around for all we know. So let's jump into this and find out what's up with the what's up. Never bet against the underdog.
Always.
That's our city.
what it is,
That's our
underdogs.
city motto. We call him 10 because he perfect.
Tay Young's here
Tay
too.
Young, you know he worth it.
It's a moving camera.
I can't see his feet.
Yo, look at fucking Tay Young, yo.
But the swag god or
No, just how he.
I think that's a polo joint too. Be careful. Look like he could be in prep school or he could smack the shit out you.
Yeah. You like Steve Harrington at the ice cream joint.
Like it.
Okay.
Baby, don't stop. Baby, don't stop. Woo!
See, I ain't talking about Tay's vocals neither. Shit. Oh, say nah. Don't stop.
Bum, bum. This is just different, bro. Like, from everything over there.
Don't stop, baby, don't stop. Crazy, this is the first time we watched the dance practice for this. Yeah, hide in that corner, Dorian.
Come on, man.
Tay Young was not a dancer neither. He's a rapper that converted.
There's a window.
That's a hell of a conversion.
There's a window.
Oh, for this?
Yeah, there's a window.
I agree too, and I'll wait until we're done to talk about it because we might be here.
Yeah, there's a window.
And shit, we could jump right into
And
Red
the
Velvet.
windows
man.
on the 8th floor for me.
Not the Tutton. It's just
Concepts. Finger touch. Like it.
천천히 가까워져 우리 둘 사이 거리 손을 닿을 듯 하지만 baby 다시 다가 나 몰래 좀 쉽진 않지 가만 있을 테니 나를 찾아봐 넌 아마 이리저리 헤맬지도 몰라 You're going crazy 끈적었던 맘을 줄 듯 태우던 난 수수께끼 같은 말을 내게 던져
That's not fair.
What I say about that moving cam?
oh my god! Oh no! We should have watched this version.
That's not fair, yo.
We should have watched this version.
복잡한 머릿속이 날 원한다면 긴장해 baby 나를 흔드는 나의 깊어진 눈빛 가만 있을 테니 나를 찾아봐 넌 아마 이리저리 헤맬지도 몰라 You're going crazy 끈적었던 나를 Let's go 한 수 이름이 너리 oh yeah 너리 기다린 이 순간 밀고 당겨지면 I'm gonna make you feel so hot 조금 더 다가와 내 맘으로 손 맞춰봐 더 솔직해질수록 좋아 나리 oh yeah 숨죽여 한 발 내게 다가와 나 깜짝 놀랄 만큼 가까워도 좋아 Going crazy 나를 훔친 너니까 Let's go 쓸쓸한 하늘 눈 감아 있을 테니 나를 찾아봐 넌 아마 이리저리 헤맬지도 몰라 Going crazy 끈적었던 나를 Let's go 감당할 수 있겠니 너리 oh yeah
Oh my god. Redeemers are the best people on the fucking planet, yo. Y'all set this fight up.
Redeeming time.
Y'all set this fight up. That Tutton was so elegant and on point.
Do you want to do a quick show of hands?
No.
Or do you want to try another video, perhaps?
You guys need a moment to kind of figure out what you want to do here. You know.
Well, I'm saying before we jump in, because once you open this floodgate, it ain't going to close.
We can open the floodgates.
I'm good with
We
my
can have fun with this.
decision.
Yeah. I know where he went. Oh my god.
I'll start it up. This video.
I don't know what they picked.
Naughty.
No, he's talking, bro. Let him talk.
Oh, okay. I see where this is going. Shit.
Yeah. This
Let him finish.
This was cool. This is one of those videos though where what I say about the moving cam, where it's turned on its head as far as what you're looking for and everything like that. This looks super cool. So they get 100 points off rip for automatically executing this and showing how they, what they were going for with this. And it's amazing, like how they, slow things down and everything like that and capture everything. This part right here where they were mirroring each other. I thought that was super dope. The main knock for me is that this is some A1 choreography and synchronicity is like at 1,000. But as far as dancing, for me, it doesn't do it. It feels like it's literally just about the arm movements more than anything going on with the legs.
Are
that dancing?
choreography, are
Ain't that
choreography
dancing?
and dancing synonymous for you?
No, they're not.
It's a choreo battle then. Not a
Yeah,
dance
but
battle.
choreography incorporates dancing though.
Yeah,
That's
why I asked.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's a major part, and I'm saying this is nothing but choreography. Like there's no dancing, there's no nothing about them like individually going on and everything like that. And obviously, like I said, seeing this version helps me understand why, because they're going for what they're trying to execute with the arm and hand movements and the timing and everything like that. So that's the focus of this. And like I said, it's dope. It's just it's still the dancing and what they had going on, because I didn't say shit about Baby Don't Stop yet, is just so smooth, kinetic, hard hitting at the same time. Just seeing how Ten and Taeyoung, even like they body types are like totally different from each other. Like Taeyoung is like a damn stick, but he uses it well and slinks well and kind of just like body rolls everything and still does powerful movements on top of everything. Ten looks cool with everything that he does. All the moves that they were hitting when this goes off and it comes back on, I'll like elaborate a little bit more. But all that just to say, Baby Don't Stop kind of just like, along with the song being a fucking banger too, it kind of just like punches you in the mouth, but you can't run away. It's like a snake bite. I'm snake bitten watching that choreography. Where with this, I'm super impressed, but I don't think I'm gonna go back and watch that again.
You don't think you go back and watch that again?
I don't think I'm gonna go back and watch that again.
So Keith, tell me if you agree. My out was gonna be if they were more synced. That it might have gave them some room to like squeeze in here and make this like the fight. Just because I think we talked about it. Baby Don't Stop is God tier. We obviously love the song on top of everything, but I think the way Tay and Ten move and do everything, it just adds like an extra bit of layer to what's going on. What I will say about Baby Don't Stop is that some stuff comes across as, I don't want to say freestyle-y, but this is one of the choreos that I don't knock them for not being in sync, because they both add like a lot of personality to them. Mm-hmm. But I think that might also had left the gate open to if someone out-sync them and the choreography itself was better than their choreo, someone had an opportunity to beat them.
My argument for that would just be that I don't think either one style like takes away from anything. If anything, it enhances it for me. I get a technical wizard in 10. You know what I'm saying? Then with Taeyoung, you get that free flowing fire like kind of move. It's literally like watching fire and ice at the same time doing their thing. Like the best qualities of both sides, the best of both worlds, if you will. And just kind of like just going in and 10's moves and everything like that is 10. Tay's moves is Tay, but it still looks great when they do it together. When they're in sync and doing the shit together, everything looks like it flows like it's supposed to. It looks like actually like it's like they're feeding off of each other. The technicality of 10's movements looks so much better with the freestyle of with the free flowing and freestyle of Taeyoung's moves and vice versa.
But the reason to me personally that Irene and them one had nothing to do with 10 and them. 10 and Tay were actually excellent. Tutting is dancing. I don't care what no one says. All that, some people can't even do all that with their hands. Like they can't even get into that. So I definitely get what you mean as far as like sometimes dancing can feel a bit more like, not bouncy, but like you can incorporate the footwork and do everything. Some people can't do like those isolations, those tut the hands and everything else, because some people aren't wired that way and shit to kind of move certain
Some
ways.
people can't even flatten their wrist out.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like the voguing and other stuff that they were doing. Those elements were done at like an elite level. I haven't even seen some of these women in the K world kind of hit those moves like that. I think to your point though, it was help that you were able to get as close as you can get to see the moves, but I seen them, so it kind of already happened. And the same, I guess, argument to be made about like them being different body structures and stuff. The two young ladies were too, yet somehow they linked up and their sync felt like they were the same height, same size, and same everything.
Well, you just said the camera there just enhanced everything like
I
that.
felt like I could have.
I don't think Irene and Sugi are that far apart that it's like it would be like some type of contrast or anything like
It's
that.
not like Tay is
think-
5'10" and he's 6'2" neither. So it's just
Yeah, no, I said they had
No, he's
different.
6'4". I've actually seen
They
him.
have different body types and like just move different. Like
all that to say.
you know what
I
I'm
just
saying?
felt like the same
One
could be said
person
for
is more
them.
fluid and one person is more like striking and like deliberate with his movements and everything like that. And if it complements each other as well. Irene and Sugi thing, like I said, that looks great, but it looks like they were just doing like a tutting thing. That was the end. That was the whole
I think
purpose of it.
I think that's downplaying what tutting
I'm not
is.
saying that's downplaying. I'm not trying to downplay it. I'm saying this whole thing is a sequence of like a crazy sequence of a bunch of different moves going into something. As far as, you know what I'm saying, like a linear kind of story and everything like that. With the Irene and Sugi thing, it's the arms. You're seeing
I feel like
the
it was more
arms and the
stories
facing
being told in
movements.
the tut than it is here.
I'm pretty sure you do because you want to win the argument.
No, I'm
saying
giving
in
my
the-
opinion. I don't need to win the argument. There is no argument. You like what you like, and I like what I like. I'm not trying to change your opinion. I'm just trying to tell you why I picked what I picked.
I'm saying I just think that was it. We're gonna give you a tut exhibition, and that's cool. That's just not what's gonna move me the most. So I'll say it like that. That's great. A tutting exhibition. I'm not shitting on it or anything like that, but I can acknowledge that. And like I said, I'm more likely to only way I would watch that again or something like that is to show someone like, oh yeah, no, the women over there get busy too. If I'm not talking about something like this or you know what I'm saying, one of the other choreos that I watch, it would be like, no, they killed this John or whatever like that. So this just kind of checks every single box.
I guess I'll go as far as to say that was one of the best choreographed joints I've seen from women in the K world in general. I can definitely see the rewatchability value is crazy on that. For you to, let me not say for you to say you're not coming back. For most people to say they wouldn't go see that again and you like K-pop, I don't know what's in your DNA, ironically, because
talks about greater songs.
because I mean I'm with the choreo, so it's just like X the songs because I actually think the Naughty song was actually a God tier song too, which is going to get downloaded. But I'm just talking about the choreography, the execution, the synchronization, and they weren't just tutting; they were doing a lot of other dancing outside of all that.
There's a little hip movement here and there.
And everything like that. It was a lot, and I just think I just feel like you're downplaying what they were doing a little bit.
Playing it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But go off. I'll jump back into the points. I do want to hear from you.
So, first thing, right? There's an element of surprise with the second one. We had no idea what we were getting into, no idea what the song was going to sound like. I didn't even know who they were. So, I'm pretty sure we've all watched Baby Don't Stop at least 20, 30 times. We probably watched that 20, 30 times in this room. So, the element of surprise was definitely to the ladies. The window in which I was speaking is essentially this, right? We have parts in the verse where there is no choreo.
Yep.
There's just walking up and down. And I know that's part of the song, and if you watch the video, that's also part of the video. That's when he's walking down the hallway, passes 10, and then they get into their dance. But it leaves a lull of space in, you know what I mean, in the performance where, and it happens twice, I believe. It leaves a lull of space in the performance where the women didn't have any laws of space. They were, choreoing the whole time. When they linked up, we know what they do. Shit was epic. They killed it. But, I don't know. I don't know if it's a surprise factor or whatever, but the women killed that. And then, again, just the tricks that they were playing, the whole puppet camera angle from when she was actually moving how the other girl was tutting by tutting or concepting, which is kind of like tutting. But it's essentially you're making invisible slides on your body, so you wouldn't, you would have to connect. It's a lot of shit.
She was doing it too on some.
Right. I can't if you make a box, you can't move your head out the box until you kind of literally would figuratively move your head out of the box. And it's things like that. that shit was clean, bro. And I've never seen that in K-pop. I mean, you see it in the world dance battles or whatever, but I've never seen that in K-pop yet. I've seen Crumpet in K-pop. I've never seen that, and it was done clean. And even their background dancers were all on the same accord. It was just nasty. Even that little part on the hook where she would like put her hands in and they would both do the wrist flips. I got a lot of love for Baby Don't Stop, like a lot of love. So like I really don't have a dog in the fight. Shit, before we turn the camera, I think even after, I don't know if you're going to keep it in, but even after we turned the camera on, I was already like burying the other group. Welcome back, Redeemers. Baby Don't Stop won. Like, comment, subscribe. But I was pleasantly surprised by how sharp and how coordinated and how clean the routine was. To me, this doesn't take away from Baby Don't Stop at all. In any sense of what it is. I think it's surprise, man. Like, I was fucking surprised and shocked at how well the women did. I don't think it has anything to do with them. It's just the women fucking turned up. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted, bro. That was a gut shot.
Back to them. Curry, how you feel?
Okay, a few things here. I don't want to downplay Baby Don't Stop. Now personally, where you have it held as far as choreography, as far as top, 3, 5, whatever, I don't feel like that's necessarily anything I haven't seen before. And kind of piggybacking off of, what Keith had said, what they had done, whether you call it the tutting or hand movement or whatever the correct term is, that was a utilization of the body in choreography that I hadn't seen. And I think that has absolutely the surprise factor. But even aside from that, there are moments within Baby Don't Stop, and I'm not necessarily trying to nitpick, but there are dead kind of moments. And even after, as Keith had said, the hallway scene where it's like the isolation moment, when he comes back in and it's the two of them again, they have a jump right after that. It's just the two of them. They don't land at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to nitpick that, but I'm saying when we see groups that have 8 to 10 plus, all kind of hitting spin moves and things of that nature at the same time, it stood out a little bit more when it was two people. And I'm not, necessarily using that as a nitpick, but all that to say that, because I love the way they blend the different styles within Baby Don't Stop, as you had said, because it can come across as they juxtapose too much to where it's a sore, like an eyesore, where they stand out too much, or it could be something where they almost yin-yang each other, where they play off. And in Baby Don't Stop, I do think that they, more so played to the yin-yang side of it. Mm-hmm. So that's a compliment to that. However, and then when we get to Naughty with the members of Red Velvet, I'll even exclude the POV shot in the camera. I'll exclude that.
Yeah, I did too.
I'll exclude the background coming in at the end as well, just for the moments that they had. Now, granted, it is more physically exerting, I will say, to perform, and I feel like I've said that a lot tonight, but it's more physically exerting to perform what they had done in Baby Don't Stop. But what they did here was so incredibly synchronized that, mind you, it's hand movements. The most, like, aside from, I believe, your foot, the most bones in your body are in your hands in, like, one given spot. So every finger, every wrist kind of twirl, and there was, mind you, the breakdown in the beat had about 8 to 10 syllables, where it was like, da, 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 da. Every single one of them, it was da, 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 da. So it was in between every syllable that they were changing, in between every syllable that they were changing a formation. And even just aside from that, the member who was at the forefront the most, I mean, I know they switched dynamics, but in this specific part, when they had the arms interlocked, and then they unlocked them and did that tilt like that, none of them were looking at each other. So essentially the timing was incredibly perfect with no eye line of sight to kind of, make that work. And there was so many moments like that within this, again, that are, high octane within the syllable aspect of it, like you're hitting beats per second, beats per minute, that sort of thing, where it was just the slightest like miscalculation, again, because, with it only being two of them, it's so much more under a magnifying glass to see those things, that I just felt, even aside from the surprise factor, which, this certainly had, it just, I mean, it brought an element to choreography that I essentially had never seen before. And if that is, like my ears or eyes not being tuned to that level of intricacies within it, then so be it. But it's just I just think there was way too much way too much synchronization to go on, whereas it was a little bit more lenient with freestyle aspects within Baby Don't Stop, I think, at least for certain parts. So I do believe those things do come down to preference, but what I will say too, as far as the end of it and kind of tying it together, it's impossible to exclude the focus of the video being on the hand movements for Naughty by the two members of Red Velvet, but within even that, like, they did have a lot of moments where they were like kind of spin around each other. They had the arms flailing where it was like, now I don't want to be incorrect in saying this, but I like the Hindu kind of symbol.
You're not too far off.
Yeah, I forget
Like
where
the Shiva hands.
Yes, exactly.
Also
Where it was
stuff in
calling,
Naruto, the
it felt like it
concept.
was calling to that. So I think there was a lot of moments like that as well, where it was like outside of the tutting, and then
This is Dr. Strange.
I did think there was like a lot of a good use of hip and footwork for it not to be solely like just hands. But I'm also thinking about, when I come to every kind of choreo battle, and maybe this is just me, but I do take into account, if I'm in the shoes of whoever is performing, how complicated would it be to perform, whether that's energy. But I just feel like there's so much mental taxation on performing the synchronization within this, whereas it maybe is more physical on the Baby Don't Stop side, where it's maybe a little bit more mental here. But I think it's also hard to kind of free yourself from that mental burden of like hitting so many intricacies. Like if you count the amount of movements that have to be hit in Baby Don't Stop and the amount of movements that have to be hit in this, I think this damn near triples it. As far as like, syllables per second, how they were, weaving all that in. But admittedly, though, the visual presentation of it does play a factor. The surprise element of it does play a factor. And it's hard because it's like Baby Don't Stop is a really great choreography. But I just think this like opened up a new doorway within choreography personally that I hadn't really seen before.
The only time even in the K world, at least so far, that we've even seen things of this element really was 100 Ways when
That's what I was
Jackson
thinking.
Wang did the whole kind of the Naruto, like the hand gestures. If you don't know Naruto, Doctor Strange, like I think they are like Hindu
But even
Buddhism.
those are a little different. So like these are like hand signs, but like where Doctor Strange tutting, like Doctor Strange tutting, like the finger tutting is like there's no disconnect. There's always like something connected,
always just
and
fluid.
it's always kind of like bringing it around. You're basically drawing an invisible picture with the lines that you're making with your hands.
And you got 10 fingers, so it's like, is this finger going to connect to
This
this?
is gonna
It's
connect.
open to that. Is going to connect to that. So
Like
it's
you
like
might
there's
pull your
a lot
thumb and it might open up your hands this way, and then you know what I mean. Well, when he opens the eye origato, Agamotto.
Yeah.
Origato, what the fuck am I talking about? The eye Agamotto, like the finger tutting that he does for that, and they kind of like then pull it open, and then as he pulls his hands apart, which it's usually the end of the move, the eye opens. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Yeah, so to me personally, I don't think this takes anything away from like Baby Don't Stop. I still have that highly regarded as like a top 5 choreo, like in K-pop and maybe just in general. I think that Naughty had just a lot of things working for it, as it being like a surprise how good the choreo is, how great the choreo is, and also just like new elements and just things that I don't personally feel like I've seen in the K world. We've, like I said, outside of the Jackson Wayne thing, I've only really seen the tutting of like the hand signs lightly. Like you'll see it kind of like
You might see it for 2-3 seconds.
like here and there. And it was funny because I think we were having a conversation before, and I was like, I think it was you, and I was like, I don't even really see voguing like that much in like K choreos as well. And we, was trying to speculate on why, but this felt refreshing. This felt new. This felt different. And in the K world, anytime you have that type of feeling, I think it's just unique because it's 1,000 groups. Typically, you see like almost the same thing over and over again. Some people just execute it at a more elite level. So I guess it just was a whole bunch of different things for me to kind of lean more towards Naughty. But was anything else with there? Anything else you want to add? Jump in the comments, man. Tell us how y'all feel. This is a very interesting poll that I would like to see to kind of to gauge what was going on. Redeemers, y'all are amazing. we was talking about, and it's probably gonna be at the beginning of the video, like we didn't know what would ever even be able to kind of fight Baby Don't Stop. For y'all to kind of pick something that was already in house is just kind of already crazy. And now just with Red Velvet, I'm a little more interested in seeing some of the other choreos that they have and kind of what else they have to like
Music
offer.
video for this
I
guy.
just add one thing to that too.
Go ahead.
Remember we had the little video that we had seen with the K-pop like advanced dance moves, where it was like the best. You know, this also wasn't anything that was remotely mentioned.
Yeah,
or
I think that
anything.
video
And I'm
was
sure-
a little older.
No,
so yeah,
but I
so-
mean all that to say, it's like when you've seen like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that formation before. I've never seen that use of this. For there to still be so much more within that wheelhouse to kind of open up and explore, I just, I think that only adds a little bit more to it.
Yeah, and it gets me hyped, man. It's just anytime you find stuff that's new and interesting and fresh and just stuff that's adding new layers onto everything in the K world, I just think like that's decent. But jump in the comments, tell us how y'all feel about this. Jump on the polls, vote so we can find out who you guys actually think won. Regardless of the polls, I think all the Redeemers won, and I think SM y'all cooking up.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're gonna holler at y'all.
Love y'all.